Destiny 2 is just around the corner, and you may want to finish up your exotic weapon and armor collection before September. Well, you are in for a treat. Welcome to Ｐartнер's revised exotic farming video. I am Пaртнер, and today we will be exploring a few new methods of farming exotics, as well as the most effective way to obtain them. If you haven't checked out my previous exotic farming video, I suggest you do so now. The link will be in the description below. Firstly, I'd like to address the 3 of coins cooldown. A few comments on my previous video mentioned a 15-minute cooldown after using a 3 of coins, which then decreases the chances of another exotic dropping. Now originally I wasn't going to look into this, so away I went, testing farming methods, timing each method, and recording the number of exotics dropped. Except, I noticed something. After I obtained my first exotic, no more exotics would drop, which then led me to wonder if indeed this cooldown was taking effect and voiding my results. As each method only dropped 1 exotic each time, I could then only rank them on speed. I was curious to which really was the ultimate exotic farming method, whilst including the 15-minute cooldown time. As this would take me ages, waiting 15 minutes each time I used a 3 of coins, I decided to test the top 3 methods. This could be done quicker if you farm your 3 of coins as normal, popping one after the other until you get an exotic. Once an exotic is obtained, wait 15 minutes before you continue using 3 of coins, then just repeat this. Note that the quicker method was not used when making this video. Now before I get into the tests I ran today, let me quickly list off the farming methods using 3 of coins continuously, going from the slowest farm up to the quickest. I will be briefly talking about each method so you know where to find it and how to farm it. This list is based off of farming exotics without any 15-minute waits. If you want to skip the initial list, there will be a timestamp somewhere on the screen now. Last on the list at number 7 is the Knight on the Dreadnought. The reason this has been rammed from number 3 spot to number 7 is that it takes too long to use 10 3 of coins. It takes in total 29 minutes. Now imagine adding another 15-minute cooldown onto that. The run onto the Cabal ship, the clambering over the door, and the final killing shot applied with having to return to orbit for each 3 of coins use just takes far too long. And that's why this has earned its place at the bottom of the list. At number 6, we have Kade Stash, a new one on the list. This is a Taken King mission which can be found on Earth. The strategy is fairly simple. Run through the mission to the end where we meet the Echo of Oryx, pop a 3 of coins, and then kill him. Once he's dead, do not pick up Kade Stash. Instead, return to orbit and load back in. The checkpoint places you just before you kill Oryx's Echo, so you can just rinse and repeat. This method took 26 minutes to farm, 10 3 of coins, and produced 1 exotic. It's just a little quicker than farming the Knight on the Dreadnought. The bonus to this method is that once you have the checkpoint, you can always load in to slay the Echo over and over again, which should decrease the time to farm as you don't have to run through the whole mission again. Next on the list at number 5 is the Eye of the Gatelord story mission on Venus. Similar to the previous method, you need to get to the end and pop a 3 of coins before you kill the Gatelord. Once you've killed the Gatelord, you have to go to orbit quickly before the mission completes. This method takes 22 minutes in total to use 10 3 of coins. The main reason for this appearing here is that it's slightly faster than the previous method. On my original run, I received 1 exotic after 15 3 of coins, but that may have just been my bad luck. The mission had a checkpoint at the end boss which will remain so long as you don't complete the mission. Sitting in the number 4 spot is the Black Garden story mission on Mars. Yet again for this one you have to make your way through the mission to the end 3 bosses, pop a 3 of coins before you kill each boss, and then once they're all dead, quickly head back to orbit and load yourself back in, so you can repeat this all over again. This method takes 21 minutes to complete. So it's fairly lengthy, but you get 3 bosses to kill instead of 1. This is also a checkpoint mission. Once you've got to the end and you don't complete the mission, you can jump back in whenever you want to farm exotics. I recommend using an icebreaker for this one so you don't have to worry about ammo. Sliding into number 3 is the Iron Tomb, Rise of Iron mission on Earth. Now why on earth has this gone from number 1 spot to number 3? Well, a number of reasons. It took 15 minutes to use 10 3 of coins, so slightly longer than the top 2 farming methods, as well as the checkpoint not saving when you return to orbit. So you have to start from the beginning all over again. At number 2 we have Regicide, a new one added to the list. Regicide is the final story mission for the Taken King found on the Dreadnought. For this mission, you have to run through the first portal, kill some stuff, and then make your way through the doors to the second portal. Out of this portal, after Oryx has mocked you,
I have taken entire walls. You are not worthy to face me.
will spawn an ogre and a colossus. Pop a 3 of coins, kill one, then pop a 3 of coins and kill the last one, whilst killing yourself with a rocket launcher at the same time. Or a grenade will do, but I'd say rocket launcher is you more guarantee of actually, killing yourself at the same time. This will reset it just before the encounter so you can start again. This took 13 minutes to complete with a reward of 1 exotic. And lastly, sitting pretty at number 1 is, you guessed it, Scourge of Winter, the House of Wolves story mission on Venus. Now, as I've previously farmed this spot, the checkpoint remains. Unless you complete the mission, you will always have a checkpoint just before Draxus. Pop a 3 of coins, then simply go in and take down his health. Make sure to kill yourself at the same time as killing him, again with a rocket launcher, then rinse and repeat until you're bored or out of 3 of coins. I got 1 exotic after 10 3 of coins and it took me 10 minutes. It's fairly fast and really easy to do. There is one more farming method that didn't quite make it to the best exotic farming methods list, but it is a Honourable Mention. Court of Oryx Tier 3 using an antiquated rune will more likely than not drop an exotic from the boss. I only had 1 antiquated rune at the same time, but first try and it dropped me an exotic. I'm basically saying, if you're grinding Court of Oryx and you have an antiquated rune, pop a 3 of coins before you kill the boss. You might just get an exotic. Now say antiquated rune fast 3 times. Antiquated rune, antiquated rune, antiquated rune, fucking hell. So as I recap, here are all the exotic farming methods from worst of the best to best of the best. We have number 7, the Knight on the Dreadnought Patrol. At number 6, Kade Stash, the Taken King mission on Earth. At number 5, Eye of the Gatelord story mission on Venus. Number 4, Black Garden story mission on Mars. At number 3, we have the Iron Tomb Rise of Iron mission on Earth. Number 2, Regicide, the Taken King mission on the Dreadnought. And at number 1, the Scourge of Winter, the House of Wolves mission on Venus. So now, let's get into the bread and butter of this video. Just as a reminder, I tested the top 3 methods, waiting 15 minutes before using another 3 of coins. I will discuss faults and benefits with each method and compare the success rate of waiting 15 minutes with continuously using 3 of coins. The first method I tested was the Iron Tomb mission. Now I know I used 10 3 of coins to test my method, but it took me so long to farm just 5 I gave up. It took me 1 hour 9 minutes to farm 5 3 of coins, and I gained 1 exotic. I tried to possibly think of a quicker way to farm exotics, like changing characters and loading into the mission, but as soon as you get to orbit you lose your checkpoint, and I couldn't be f***ing bothered to replay that mission over and over just to get to the bosses at the end, only to have to wait another 15 minutes. Perhaps my method was just too tedious. Thinking back, I wondered if I should have only waited 15 minutes once my first exotic had dropped, Regardless, I still think that's for another video. I wanted to see if I could quickly gain more exotics by continuously farming. To save time yet again, I wanted to see how quickly it would take me to farm 3 exotics using as many 3 of coins as possible within 1 hour. In theory, if there was a 15-minute cooldown, it would take me 45 minutes to get 3 exotics. I did this for all 3 methods, but let's stay with the Iron 2 mission for now. Using a method suggested to me, which is quickly killing yourself with a rocket launcher after you've taken down the 3rd boss, it took me 25 minutes to farm 3 exotics using 23 of coins. I must admit, this is far quicker and far more satisfying, but you get less exotics per 3 of coins. It took me 5 3 of coins to get 1 exotic when I waited 15 minutes each time. If you had the patience to carry this out for another 15 3 of coins, probably 2 hours later, in theory I would have 3 exotics and it would have taken significantly less 3 of coins. Again, I do believe my methods were messy and that I should have only waited 15 minutes after I gained an exotic and not before, but I will definitely look into that in another video. I can't stress that enough. Who knows, if I had kept going to 10 3 of coins or even 15, I may have had more exotics. This does make my results a little unreliable, but I go on to better ways of farming in the next 2 methods. For the Regicide, King's Fall story mission farm on the Dreadnought, I rotated characters. This meant by the time I'd farmed 2 characters, I could load back onto the first one and my 15 minutes would be up. I went in with my Hunter, killed the first boss after popping a 3 of coins, then changed to my Titan. I did the same on my Titan and then changed to my Warlock, and then finally back to my Hunter. I kept doing this until I'd used 10 3 of coins, which took me 52 minutes and in which time I gained no exotics. Just my luck, eh? So what happened when I continuously used 3 of coins, one after the other, killing both bosses and ensuring I rocketed myself and the last boss at the same time? Did it take me an hour? Did I get 3 exotics? Well, all in all, it took me 28 minutes to get 3 exotics. In total, I used 24 3 of coins. It felt a lot quicker with 2 bosses to take down instead of 1, but it was frustrating in the sense that the damn effing ogre kept killing me. If I actually got good, I probably would have done it a lot quicker. And finally, Scourge of Winter. This method did indeed reap the most rewards. Out of the 10 3 of coins I used, waiting 15 minutes each time, I obtained 2 exotics. It took me a grand total of 50 minutes to complete this farming process. I did the same as the previous method, rotating on all 3 characters so that I could feel productive whilst I waited for the 15 minutes to pass on my first character. The one thing I love about this method is that you never lose the checkpoint, so you can go in whenever you want to quickly farm some more exotics. When continuously using 3 of coins for this farming method, I received 3 exotics in just 20 minutes after using only 21 3 of coins. It was such a simple and quick way of farming, I really didn't mind feeling like I wasted some 3 of coins because of the cooldown. It almost seems at this point that the cooldown doesn't really seem that effective, if there is one at all. Without testing my other theory, that the cooldown only occurs when you obtain an exotic and not when you use a 3 of coins, I'd say that waiting 15 minutes seems to be a waste of time. It's understandable if you only have a few 3 of coins in your inventory, using 23 of coins to obtain 3 exotics may seem wasteful. In that case, you may want to try it out for yourself if you have the time, waiting 15 minutes to ensure none of your exotics are wasted. As for myself, I'm researching which is the fastest way to obtain exotics, with the least effort required and for the least amount of 3 of coins. I will be back with another exotic farming video in the next 2 weeks, exploring the 15-minute cooldown, but only after an exotic is obtained. I will compare my results with the methods I used here, and we can finally name the best way to farm exotics once and for all. Now, before I end this video, as always, let's open my exotic loot and see what I received today from all that farming. Okay, so I'm going to firstly open, I've got a couple of exotics on my hunter. Again, they're just sort of spread out between characters. The hunter, I only want to open the primary weapon on it. I've got all weapons that you can get from exotic engrams. The boots, I'll probably give to my warlock because my warlock needs boots. So let's open the primary exotic, and we've got a bad juju, which isn't bad at all. I've already got a bad juju, like I said, so I can definitely use that for infusion fuel, or I can just dismantle it for an exotic shard, not that I need any of those. And I've got the ornament for it, so I can put an ornament on it as well. The ornaments look really cool. The top one definitely looks a lot better than the lower one, I think, which is the one that I have, so yeah, not too shabby. Okay, so on my warlock I've given them the boots, so we'll open the boots and see what we get. Again, I don't know what boots you can get. And I got the frosties, which I don't really need, but infusion fuel seems like that's what it's going to be, or a dismantle, I'm not sure yet. So yeah, that's all I can open up on my warlock. So I guess I think my titan has some exotics, so again, let's swap over to my titan. Before we go on my titan had some chest pieces, so I'm just going to give them over to my hunter. Because I want the crest of alpha loopy for my hunter, and as well you can some weapons. So I've got 3 chest pieces for my hunter, and I definitely want to make that into a gold tier. At the moment it's silver tier, so I'm hoping to unlock some gold tier of that. So we'll open up the exotic primary weapon first, and the Mida Multitool. Again, I've already got one of these, so infusion fuel or dismantle, either way. The perks are exactly the same for both of them, as they will be because it's an exotic, so we'll just leave that as it is. But the main things here are the chest pieces, so go ahead and open these chest pieces. So we've got the Tarantella, and we also got a package. Now the Tarantella is, I think I've got like 3 of those, so I don't need another Tarantella. So I'm hoping for Crest of Alpha Loopy here, so here we go again, and another Tarantella, and what the hell, 3 Tarantellas, that is, wow, Cryptarch, that's, you know, they do say you're the worst, and there's definitely a reason for it. I think in my vault I already have like 3 of these anyway, so it's probably just dismantle at this point. Oh no, it's Lucky Raspberries that I have 3 of. And another Alpha Lupe in there. Again, that's not a gold tier, and I definitely know if I owned a gold tier Alpha Lupe, but yeah. Ah, God, what's the fucking point? That just really puts me off, because like 3 Tarantella. So that's all for being dismantled, so going on to my Titan now. Okay, so my Titan has some weapons. Again, I don't need weapons, and helmet, so I'm hoping for I think it's the glass house in the helmet, so I've got the truth. I already have it. I don't need any infusion fuel for heavy weapons. I really don't. And for the primary, you get the trespasser. So yeah, again, I've already got the trespasser, so it might be infusion fuel for that, but heavy is just useless for me. So we're gonna go straight onto this helmet engram here. And the Empyrean Bellicos. Aiming your weapon while airborne holds you in place. Sounds pretty neat. So yeah, it looks pretty cool. It kind of looks a bit like an alien head, maybe a little bit, if it was black maybe. But let's open the other helmet engram, and a Graviton forfeit. Okay, well again, I don't need one of those. I think I already have mine at gold tier, so that's probably another infusion or dismantle. And the last helmet, another Empyrean Bellicos. Wow, a lot of doubles today. That is incredible. Cryptarch is not being friendly, not being on my side, so it looks cool. I'll probably check what tiers they are on the app, the Ishtar Commander app. And just before I go, I just noticed that I had another exotic heavy at the Postmaster, so I'll go ahead and open that. Got the heavy here, open it up, and another truth. Are you joking? A lot of wow, I had like 3 doubles. So I had the Hunter chest piece, I had 3 of the Tarantella, 2 truths, and 2 Imperial Bellicos. So yeah, Cryptarch, you're not helping. Nothing that I got really is what I wanted, but again, I've got all the weapons. It's just really farming for armor for my Warlock and my Titan, and I'm not really too bothered about focusing on them because Hunter Master Race. With Destiny 2 coming around the corner now, really what I'm wanting to do is take my Hunter Flawless before September 8th comes round. So yeah. Thank you everybody for watching this video. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like and comment down below what you think the ultimate exotic farming method is. I will be back in a few weeks with another exotic farming video. These videos take a long time, so any support is grateful. I've been through a lot of 3 of coins, like a lot of 3 of coins, so definitely need to save up on my strange coins. Now, if you need some strange coins, there'll be a link down in the description to how you can farm strange coins as well if you need them to get your 3 of coins. And that's pretty much it for this video. Thanks again for watching, and I will see you next time, Guardians. Goodbye.